Welcome to another episode of Third String Chef. We're talking about grilled cheese sandwiches this week, huh, guys?
Yeah.
Grilled cheese sandwiches. Yeah, you know, when you think about it, it seems so simple, right?
It does.
A piece of bread, some cheese, a piece of bread, some fat, and a hot pan.
Yeah.
Right?
Those are my favorite ingredients.
I mean, what else do you need, right? There's a lot to grilled cheeses, actually. Now, if you get down into the weeds of things, we could talk about all kinds of cheeses and toppings, you know, and things like that, right? But let's just take let's start at the top.
So we're going purist grilled cheese because, like, when you start adding bacon or tomatoes or like,
is that not?
Well, but that's the thing,
are there
though,
additions?
right?
Are those
are
Are
toppings?
there additions? No,
fillings.
it's a tomato sandwich.
Huh?
Or
It's a grilled cheese sandwich with.
okay. All right. So
Okay, but let's start.
Let's have that
how
as a
about-
section.
Okay, we can have that as a section. Okay, let's start with the bread.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I like a softer bread. I think Oro wheat makes a great bread. And again, it's just the brand that I like.
No,
You know,
what you
Not
like.
a sponsor, but
Okay,
it could
I
be.
like that.
Kirkland signature.
Sorry, I've tried Dave's Killer Bread, and I think it's too hard. I think it's.
I like it.
I mean, it's definitely like.
It's nutty,
It's
seedy.
it definitely is, but I like an Oro wheat, something like an oat nut or something like that, or even like a whole wheat or something.
Sourdough.
Sourdough. Now, see, I agree with sourdough, but what about the crustiness, the bread, like the
I wanted
crust?
to cut the roof of my
You
mouth.
wanted to cut
Yes.
the roof of your mouth. Okay.
Yes.
So I don't
It may be a
particularly
little
enjoy it.
sadist, but
You enjoy it, and then afterwards you're like, oh god, you know, you're tickling the roof of your mouth with your tongue, and it's just like, oh, the skin hanging down, right?
yeah,
It's,
because the cheese like kind of coats it and soothes
But
it.
afterwards.
Graphic content.
yeah. So bread, yeah. So yeah, I
Okay.
like something soft. So you like? Now, is there a particular kind of sourdough that you like?
I mean, like
or-
Homemade.
well,
like
preferably
ciabatta
homemade. Preferably homemade, but
right.
if you were to get even just like a store bought like loaf, sliced loaf, I like the sourdough because I don't know. I like that little tinge
Yeah.
of sourness.
Well, and I think the bread also, not just the crust, right? But even the bread, when you toast that on whatever fat, and we'll get to that in a second.
Hold on. So what's the question here? Did you have a question for us, or are we just
Yeah,
talking about grilled
I
cheese?
What's
just
the
jumped
perfect
in.
grilled cheese?
Yeah, I mean that is really the question. It's
The
like
perfect
I
grilled
understand the bread, the cheese, you put it in a pan and you hope for the best. How can I?
Don't forget the fat.
See, sometimes I don't do that. So
What?
well, I know that's what I'm saying. Third string, my guy.
It's just a toasted cheese.
Okay,
Good.
Yeah.
think back to
It goes down the same.
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe the question is, how can I kick up my
Yeah.
grilled cheese
Yeah.
sandwich,
100%.
right?
Like,
Okay.
help me. We're learning.
Okay, little tangent here. So go back to pantry essentials.
Okay.
Okay, we talked about having oil, butter, and mayonnaise
Yeah.
on hand, right? All three of those you could use for
That's
toasting your bread. I don't know if you guys knew about the mayonnaise part of it, right? But you could even combine.
What are the pros and cons of that?
No,
Or are there
there
cons?
are no
I don't think there are any
cons.
cons.
There are no
It's all
cons.
flavor.
It is. Like if you the con of butter, right, is if your heat is too high, and we're kind of going all over the place here. So let's kind of back up. Let's make sure so
There's no cons to butter either.
no, but again, if your heat's too high, there could be the con to that
Well,
of
then that's
burning
your own
your butter.
fault.
I totally agree. That's fine.
done that.
So it
But
has to be a slow burn if it's a butter.
yes, but let's start first. Okay,
Okay,
because
I'm
there's
sorry.
a whole
We'll step back.
5-6 minutes with the
Turn
heat
chef.
as well here with this. Okay, so the bread, right? So you got to choose maybe your favorite bread, or something that's. Jimmy likes a really crusty bread. Great. I like a softer
Crusty.
bread. He crusty. Hey, man, who's that? Pauly Shore, man. Crusty, man. Or, wherever that guy was. You remember Pauly Shore from MTV? You
I
guys
know.
remember him?
Yeah.
Probably sure.
Okay. Yeah, I thought that was one of his words.
No,
He
you
always used
nailed
to
it.
for
You
crusty.
nailed
Maybe.
it.
I don't remember.
Yeah, buddy, it's the crusty bread. Okay, so you got the bread, right? So what about a cheese then?
Yeah.
Yeah. How do
I
you
mean, there's just like sliced yellow cheddar. Now, do you like the block cheddar, the shredded cheddar? There's Gruyere, there's Swiss,
Do you use a
provolone.
shredder?
Jimmy
Let's-
likes American
Let's
cheese.
talk about American.
I like American cheese as well.
I knew you were going to go there.
Like
All right,
American.
so
American cheese.
there's two ways you can go with it. Like, yes, like a classic American grilled cheese with American cheese on just like white bread is phenomenal.
No, I totally agree.
Let's be clear.
And then you add tomato soup to it. Oh,
Yeah.
mama.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Now, I do like put other cheeses on it, but
Yeah.
American cheese. What's your beef with American cheese?
I don't like the taste or texture of American cheese.
Have you had
know
Boar's Head
why?
American cheese?
Do you
What?
mean like
Have you had
No,
Boar's Head American
Kraft
cheese?
singles is what I
That's
grew up
all
with.
you've ever had?
That's all I've ever had. So
And you're
that is
judging
what-
an entire category of cheese based on
Absolutely.
one brand?
Absolutely. And I know that I hate it when other people
It's
do
gonna
that.
suck when
and
it's
I
wrapped
don't
in
realize
plastic.
like how hypocritical I am until I get to American cheese. I don't realize that. So
I think you went on a spiritual
maybe
journey.
Maybe.
I give
Maybe.
Boar's
Maybe
Head
truth, man.
singles a try.
Not-
but I remember
it's not
having.
even singles. It's a
but I just
loaf
remember
and they
having,
slice
like-
it like other cheeses.
Well, I just remember having
Just like you go to deli and get your Swiss cheese.
I
You
just
can
remember
get American
having-
slice too.
grilled cheese sandwiches with Kraft singles when I was a kid, and I didn't like the way it felt
All right,
in my mouth.
Side tangent on the Kraft singles.
Okay.
This country club I worked at, this guy forgot to unwrap the cheese and,
Oh no.
and put it on a cheeseburger.
Oh, so did he send it out?
Send it out.
Oh,
He sent
yes.
it.
Yes. Thank you. That's outstanding.
But also why it shouldn't be wrapped in plastic.
no, yeah. Well, and then you unwrap
The
it and it
microplastics.
breaks.
Yeah.
It always
The
breaks.
microplastics. For sure.
Yeah, and it always breaks at that point too. You know, but yes,
Yeah.
they are not
So-
earth friendly. But
Try some Boar's Head American cheese.
okay, is it similar to Velveeta cheese at all?
It's significantly
so
better.
good.
Significantly better. Okay. See, I like a Tillamook or just like the block of Walmart Great Value cheddar
Not a
cheese
sponsor.
or just
Kirkland's.
whatever you buy at King
Kirkland's
Soopers.
signature.
Kirkland's signature,
They don't-
man.
They don't have all they carry are the Kraft singles, which
Yeah, they don't.
Oh,
come
Get on it.
Kirkland.
A hot
Come on.
top.
Come on, Kirkland.
So I like that. Now, something that we've tried this before. It's the whole reverse grilled cheese thing where you.
Oh, yeah.
Well, hold on. Let's finish this American cheese.
Oh, the American cheese. Okay, yes. Sorry.
Your 3-ingredient mac and cheese.
3-ingredient mac and cheese.
Or your 3-ingredient cheese sauce.
Oh, what do you? That's like
Is what? Cheese, milk,
oh well,
and
cheese.
sodium citrate.
Yes. Okay. I know you've always told me it's no different, right?
That's what American cheese
That's
is.
what American cheese is.
It's
But it's made with a great cheese, though. I mean, what?
yeah.
But I thought American cheese was like Kraft singles.
Feels
Was
like
like,
such a
there's
deep
no
cut.
cheese in this
Like
at all.
Jimmy's
It's like
been sitting on that
No,
for like
it's a
10
cheese product.
years.
Literally 10 years.
And it's a cheese product because it has milk and emulsifiers added to it. That's it.
but milk, but it doesn't have like an already made cheese. Like when we make our 3-ingredient cheese sauce, we have an already made cheese that we
it is.
melt.
It's a cheese
Do you know what
Okay.
they're talking
and a milk and an
Okay.
emulsifier.
Well, that's
Are you talking
fine.
about the powder?
What?
The powder that comes in the cheese box?
We have no clue what you guys are talking about.
Oh,
Or are
Okay,
you just
we
talking
make,
about a basic mac
we
and
make.
cheese
Okay,
recipe?
you remember last year
the 3-ingredient mac and cheese.
for our spring
Sauce.
for our spring tabling that we did over in the
We had
six-
mac and cheese.
No, we had
No.
the cheese with the pretzels.
Yes,
Beer
yes,
cheese.
yes.
Yes,
With
that
you
was
so
3-ingredient
Cheese.
cheese sauce.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what that is. That's what Jimmy's talking
Okay.
about.
Then
Okay.
you started saying science
So then you
things.
chill it down, and you can. Now
What's
our
sodium
particular
citrate?
recipe, you can't slice it. It's but but the more cheese you add to it, I would assume, the more stiff it's going to become when it becomes cold, and then you can slice it. So if that makes sense. So
What's the chemical thing?
sodium citrate.
Sodium citrate?
Yeah.
Jimmy, please explain sodium citrate. I can't explain it.
It's
as well as
basically
you do.
salt and citric acid.
Okay.
It molecularly combined together.
It's like a powder?
It allows the proteins
Yeah.
to like
Yeah.
combine together.
It's an emulsifying
whereas-
salt, and it's found in nature. There's nothing wrong with it.
No, absolutely not. It's
It just keeps the fat from separating from the proteins.
yeah. Because if you were to take just milk
That's science.
and cheese and try to heat those two together, they would separate. It would look curdled, or the
Yeah.
fat would separate out.
So are you gonna try American
Science.
cheese?
Okay, I will try Boar's Head
I'll bring some in
cheese.
for you.
Let's
Perfect.
have
We'll
a
try
little
it
cheese
on the
party.
I think we should.
Try it live on the pod.
Yeah.
We should.
All right.
You know.
And we'll have a slice of the other kind too.
All right. I've been holding on to that for a while. So
Yeah, we do.
Now that we're past
I
that.
can feel that.
Well, I could
Let's get
feel
back
it
into
coming
grilled
in.
cheese.
I knew when I was when I was thinking this through my head today. I was like, Jimmy's going to bring up Kraft. He's going to bring up American single.
Not Kraft. Not
Not
singles,
Kraft. Sorry,
just American cheese.
He's going to bring up American cheese, and that's fine because that's what makes these interesting, and that's what makes the
That's
world
what
go
gets-
round, Jimmy.
That's what gets those ratings.
Okay.
Okay.
So all kinds of cheeses, right? You can have anything from American cheese.
So aside from American
to
cheese,
cheddar cheese, Gruyere cheese,
Yeah, yeah.
pepper jack cheese,
Someone
Fontina?
mentioned
Fontina. Oh,
Someone
softer.
mentioned like shredded earlier. Is this a shredded or a slice situation?
Yeah.
either.
Either.
I mean, some
Only
cheese.
either
shred
one.
better,
Yeah,
or-
I mean, the thing with like the thicker shreds is they don't necessarily have a non-clumping component in it, whereas like the feathery stuff. So like your taco blends, your Italian blends, stuff like that has a starch component added to it, which makes it, so it doesn't clump together. Totally makes sense for the consumer because the consumer doesn't want to buy a block of shredded cheese, right? So,
fresh shredded, obviously. is-
yeah, but if you want to, shred
Just
your
get
own
yourself a
cheese,
box
Shredded,
grater.
obviously.
that's it. Get yourself a box grater and have a good block of cheese out and shred it. That's what I would
That'd
recommend.
be slack.
Sometimes when I make mine with cheddar, like the slices, I feel like it doesn't melt fast enough. Is
That
just
could
me
absolutely-
not being?
So that's
No, but
probably
that's-
two
You
things.
can't turn it up too much because then your butter will burn.
Yeah.
Yeah, your heat's too high.
Okay.
You gotta go lower and give it some time to crisp up.
Okay, but do you
that
start
way
the,
the heat
you start the
transfers.
pan first, then you put the thing
We'll
on?
get to that
Ooh.
point. We'll get to that point.
We'll get
Okay, it's our
Okay,
last.
what's
It's
our,
our
what
last
else we
topic
got?
there.
What's our last?
Okay, but the reason why your sliced cheese, especially depending on how thick you slice it, okay, there is more surface area to be heated with shredded cheddar cheese. Okay, think about it like this, right? There's more surface area here that's exposed to heat, where there isn't, right? There are these 3 sides,
Yeah.
5 sides. Okay, so those all have to get heated up. Well, this is all going to get heated up first before this does. Okay, so your edges are going to be melted or your surfaces are going to be melted, but it's not going to be melted in the middle. So when you bite into it, you're not going to get that nice stringy cheese, right? Where like this, all these are going to heat up more evenly, so it's all going to melt. So it's that surface area thing. Okay, so
Here's where butter helps out with that too, though, because there's water content in the butter.
absolutely.
And so as the butter's melting and the water is evaporating and steaming, that steam will go up through the grilled cheese
Yep.
and steam the cheese
steam the
melt
cheese.
a little bit more.
Yeah.
So then if we talk about, well, what do you
I
put?
heard
This
so
is the
much-
science episode.
Yeah.
What do you put on your bread to give it that nice toasty flavor, right? Well, you have any kind of oil. I don't recommend olive oil. I don't cook with olive oil. Some people, and it's not because of the carcinogenic thing. It's not just, I don't think it has, excuse me, great flavor. I prefer grapeseed or avocado oil. Or even just
Like
like
for this, I want a neutral flavor. Like, unless it's butter. Like I want
Butter.
I'm fine with butter.
then, yeah, if
flavor.
you have that butter flavor, great. But like oils will sometimes give you a very crispy, real crunchy bread, right? He likes.
Steve's both.
Where butter will give you a softer crunch, a richer crunch, and that bread is definitely like almost just melts in your hand, literally. Okay. Then you get to the mayonnaise. Well, the mayonnaise has the moisture in it as well, okay, and it has that fat content like butter, okay. Where again, it's that melt in your mouth and it has that steam and everything, but the flavor it adds a tang because of the acid that's in mayonnaise. Okay, so then within that, right? Again, bringing up a Kirkland signature product, right? I like taking their pesto spread and spreading that. So you do butter or mayonnaise, and then spread. Sorry, I know I keep tapping. Sorry, it's gonna hear that throughout the episode. That is, you spread the pesto then on there, and so there's just that added flavor, right? So it's something that's that I like to do personally. But so yeah, butter, oil, or
haven't
mayonnaise.
I've done the mayo thing, but it's not my go-to.
Yeah, and I've done equal parts mayonnaise and butter, make a mixture of it, and then spread that on both sides. I mean, but again, it's just the bread is just so soft, and then if your cheese melts just right, I mean, you just got this gloppy mess in your hands. It's wonderful. That might be something where you do like a sourdough, right? Where you have that crustier bread, something with a little bit more texture to it, a little bit stiffer, and that that might be a better application for that, right? So then we get to the heat part of it, right? Do you start hot? Do you start medium? Do you start cold?
These are the questions we have.
Right? I think it's personal preference. I like to assemble my sandwich and put it in the pan. I like to put it in cold. I like to put the sandwich, spreads, put it in cold. Then I like to turn the heat on to medium, okay? And just
it gives you more
let
time
it.
for the cheese to melt.
It does, because that heat.
And having the cheese on both sides, open face, gets you
Open face, absolutely.
more
Yep.
surface area
Yep.
for the melting.
Yeah, usually when we talk about, like on Rogue Kitchen, right, we've talked about always having your pan hot before you add your
That's for
ingredients.
sauteing.
That's for sauteing or starting.
Searing.
Right. But in some applications, you don't want to start that pan on hot. You want to start it cold. And again, it's that heat transfer, right? Our product is taking the heat from the pan, but again, we're transferring that heat upwards towards that cheese to, number one, melt that cheese, but then also toast the bread, right? So we get that perfectly melty texture on the inside.
I don't want us to go down this tangent because we could so easily. I just want an answer to this question. Is it the same situation with the quesadilla? Cold pan first?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Phenomenal. That's all we need to know for
But
now.
now, I will admit,
Well, it depends.
I will admit, when it comes to quesadillas, though, I like to stack them together and then toast one side and then flip it over, so it's cold and then hot.
Oh, okay, I see.
But that's just what I like to do, because by the time you flip it over, the pan is hot enough. It's going to toast that tortilla. The cheese is pretty much already melted. But corn is a different story, because corn takes longer to toast than flour.
You make
So,
quesadillas with corn tortillas?
absolutely, I do.
Okay. All right.
What else would I? Yeah, that's wonderful. I had my breakfast
What else
quesadilla
would I
today,
do?
Jimmy.
Yeah.
It was a corn breakfast quesadilla. It was wonderful.
Is it the tiny ones? Or like
That's
I get
my
like-
question. Like, what are you doing?
No, I just like the 6-inch ones. I do two of them. I don't fold it into like a taco shape.
Oh,
Okay.
I do
that's not a
two.
quesadilla.
What is
Is
it?
that not a
Yeah,
quesadilla?
absolutely.
Again,
It's
it's the,
fine. It's fine. It is.
the technicality.
the tangent.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So we've talked about bread.
But I like a higher heat on the quesadilla
Okay.
from the
Okay.
start with a little oil in there, so it's like you're frying the tortillas.
That's what I do.
Yeah.
He
I
probably,
put a little
uses
cheese
a
in there
traditional
too,
plancha
and then
too.
put it on.
and-
Little cheese casing
It's a
situation.
pan.
Okay, so we've talked about the bread, right?
Yeah.
Different types of breads, cheeses. Again, there's almost any cheese. You could even use a brie cheese.
Is there a
It's
cheese
very,
you wouldn't
very
use?
A cheese, I wouldn't take like a shredded Parmesan. I wouldn't use shredded or
like
grated
Parmesan.
I
Parmesan.
would add,
I love
not as the
Parmesan.
only cheese, but added to
Maybe
like,
added to it, but
Yeah.
that's more of like it's more of like a browning cheese. That's why I would put it on the outside of the bread, right? Cheese on the inside, I don't think I would. I don't like the way Gorgonzola, blue cheese,
I was gonna say,
Stilton.
would you do a blue on there?
No.
That gets
Yeah.
too intense. The
Yeah.
blue gets too intense. Now, if you do a camembert cheese, it's a little bit more mild. Camembert, Gruyere, and with like a pear or an apple on the inside.
Ooh.
That is good, because
Yeah.
that cuts that sharpness
like a
of the cheese.
triple creme, like Saint Andre.
Yes. Oh, Saint Andre would be great.
Yeah.
Is
Now-
that alcohol?
My
No,
What?
Yeah, we don't know the word.
It's
you're
a-
saying.
Saint Andre
it's
is
a triple creme cheese.
It's a brie.
It's like a
brie
brie
cheese. I buy it all the time at Trader Joe's whenever we do charcuterie trays here. Charcuterie trays.
Charcuterie.
Charcuterie.
Charcuterie trays.
Charcuterie.
Quitting.
Charcuterie.
My favorite cheese to use though is a Gouda cheese.
Is it real Gouda?
It's really Gouda. Oh man, it's
Smoked Gouda or just Gouda?
No, I don't like smoked
Okay,
Gouda.
good.
I do not like
Good, we can
smoked
agree there.
cheeses. No. Okay. So
Although
cheese.
smoked Gouda is actually like an American cheese. It's a processed cheese. And then smoked. So
Even
no
more
wonder
reason.
you hate it.
No, even more reason for me not to like it. No. And we talked about the fats, right? And you kind of oil, oil, butter, mayonnaise.
So hold on though with fats. So
Okay.
I like a little avocado oil in the pan
Okay.
to start. and the bread and cheese down and kind of let that go.
Yeah.
And then I'll add like a little pat of butter, and that like when I close it up, and then put it on there for like the final crisp.
For that final crisp, it's kind of layering your flavors. See,
final
and sometimes,
crisp.
really, like if I do the oil, I'll take soft
Jimmy and
butter.
the final crisp.
Have you guys watched the movie Chef?
Yeah.
Yeah, the grilled cheese scene.
Yeah.
Yeah, where he's like sitting there, like spends like 20 minutes on.
Yeah,
That's us.
Yeah, I can do that sometimes. Grilled cheese.
Oh yeah. But even after the bread is done, I'll even take like softened butter and spread softened butter like to finish.
Salted butter.
I don't like salted butter.
I know.
Unsalted butter, but I will salt the bread.
He likes to do it himself.
In the heat, I think we both agree to start from cold, open faced,
Cold or just not ripping hot.
I'm just not ripping hot.
Rippin hot.
Non-stick, cast iron,
And like
steel.
Rippin' hot.
Low to medium, right?
Absolutely, yeah. You don't want to.
But you gotta finish at medium so that way you get that crisp.
Sure, yeah. You definitely want
Too
the
low, it's just gonna
crispness to
sit
it.
there and
Yeah.
dry out.
Yeah. Okay, so now let's go back to the fats though. For your just kind of your average size piece of bread, how much fat do you put on there? Are we getting into the weeds of things here?
I know.
Milligrams?
Well, I have a. What's it?
Estimate?
I mean, you don't measure it out. You just spread it on to where it's like it's what I would eat a piece of buttered toast with. I think
Okay.
is what.
Yeah, some people don't put a lot of butter on that.
Some people, yeah. Some people just like.
Some people put a lot. I like a lot of butter on my
I do
toast.
like a lot
Yeah.
too. Like when I put it down, I want to see that butter
Yeah.
bubble
I like
out from
butter.
the edges,
Yeah.
all four
Butter
edges.
bubble.
Yep.
I want to see that.
So I mean, like a tablespoon.
Oh, I think more than a tablespoon if that's what
Per
you're looking
side?
for. Yeah, per side.
Yeah.
No, you want like
Is that
more than
more than that?
No, 2 or 3 tablespoons.
Oh, what?
Maybe 2 tablespoons.
Yeah, I mean, like.
I mean, if you look at
Well, I also have oil in the pan first,
Stick of,
so-
well, see, I guess I don't do the double oil except for the mayonnaise and butter, but I don't do like oil and then butter.
Okay. All right.
I mean, unless I finish the bread with butter after I've toasted it in oil. But
I really want a grilled cheese right now.
Yeah.
I know we should totally go downstairs
Let's
and get
do
some.
that.
We do have some.
You're teaching after this. Like,
White-
can
Okay.
they make us a grilled cheese?
Let's actually go back one more.
Okay.
Not just in a pan. I grew up with the Toastmaster. Has everybody had that?
Is that like the toaster
It's
oven?
the sandwich. Like, it's like a waffle iron.
Oh,
You put
it
the-
sandwiches
You put the
them
bread in
together?
it. Yeah, and it
Oh,
makes a hot pocket.
Dude,
Yeah.
that's the dorm
Oh my
room.
god.
That
It
was
is
the dorm
so
room
amazing.
appliance.
Yes.
And dorm room appliance of the 90s.
I have one still.
Everybody had one. Yes.
I don't know why I haven't
so
used
many,
bring
it
it
recently.
in.
so many
Bring it
smoke
in.
I had
alarms
one as
would
a
go off in the
child,
dorms
but
because
yeah.
of those things.
Yeah, yeah. And then I worked with this.
Like a day.
I worked with this lady from New Zealand, and she would make a grilled cheese on it's the Snack Master, I think is what it's called.
Phenomenal.
Snack
But
mix,
she would
yeah.
put SpaghettiOs
Ew.
in there
Ew.
and press it down.
Just
That
spaghetti.
sounds kind of really good.
I know.
That's like
No,
a hot pocket.
cheese and SpaghettiOs.
Cheese and spaghetti.
That is a calzone
Oh.
the size of
I
up.
thought you were just saying like straight SpaghettiOs.
Oh no, in the bread.
Okay.
Yeah, so bread, cheese, SpaghettiOs.
Oh, with the bread in it. Oh, okay.
Okay.
I got you.
Calzone.
Yeah, it's
I got you.
She should also put a little marmite on there too.
Probably buzzing.
Oh,
If Claire's out there watching.
Claire, shout
Shout
out.
out.
Friend of the pod. Claire.
I think I need to break that out and start using that again.
Bring it in.
Yeah, I remember that.
Let's make
It's,
some spaghetti.
Yeah, my mom gave me one
Which
of those
gets
when I
into
went
the
to college.
add-ons.
Did you have the one that had the triangles?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what it is.
That's what it is.
That's it. Yeah, it presses it down, it cuts it in half, and makes 2 triangles.
That was before paninis were even popular, man.
Yeah. See how cool we were?
I know, right?
Is
We
a
had-
grilled cheese a panini?
Yeah. I guess.
Is
Well,
that-
okay.
is that-
Does a panini have to have the grill?
Is a panini a grilled cheese, or is it? I mean,
Does the panini have to have the grill marks?
I don't know. Like what? I mean, where did a panini
What is a
press?
panini?
Even what is a panini?
What
Where did it
is
start?
a panini?
It sounds Italian, clearly.
Panini.
It is.
Panini.
Panini. There's a song about it.
Oh, yeah.
What if it
Shout
was
out
French?
Lil Nas X. Yes, toppings.
Oh, the toppings.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to
The
get
history of
too
panini
excited.
originated in Italy as a lunchtime meal for workers. In Italy, a classic filling combination included their delicious mozzarella, tomato, and prosciutto with arugula.
Oh, that sounds amazing.
That does sound. I'm
Is that a grilled
so
cheese?
hungry
I
right
think
now.
you gotta make the OG.
Yeah.
The OG
OG
panini.
The
Panini.
OG panini, arugula,
OG panini.
mozzarella, and prosciutto. Is that what it was? Wow.
Yeah. All right. Anyways, okay.
What if you?
Well, that brings us into add-ins and
does.
toppings. Yeah.
I mean, the first two that come to mind are bacon and caramelized onions for me.
Oh.
Ooh, that's
Those are
good.
And a little bit,
not
maybe a
the first
jam
two
of some
I've
sort.
No.
I love
Okay.
a grilled cheese with a tomato in it, though. Like
No, that's-
a nice,
Gross.
like
Yeah.
During the
I
summer
agree.
months
Delicious.
too,
I wholeheartedly
you
agree.
cut a warm tomato.
I wholeheartedly agree.
After like a
So
90-degree
good.
day,
Yeah.
you go outside, you cut a warm tomato off the vine, you cut that, put that in your sandwich. Oh man,
Game
I
changing.
like yeah.
sorry,
For
sorry you don't like it, Steve.
What are the first two, though? I mean,
I
your
can't
first
mind.
two things that came to mind.
Tomato.
Tomato and what?
So I have to do two.
No.
Okay.
Your preferred.
Pass.
preferred
Yeah, you
topping.
can pass if tomato's just that much of a winner.
That's it. It's just tomato.
I love
I
that.
think. I mean bacon in there too. But then, like when you throw in ham, we're just making a ham and cheese sandwich.
That's what I'm saying. What is it called? Cheese?
No, ham and cheese is cold.
I mean, are we talking like tomato soup as an add-in?
Well,
No,
that-
just the
Or
sandwich.
just on the sandwich?
On the
On the
sandwich.
sandwich. On the
It's like a
sandwich.
sliced tomato vibe.
Strictly on the sandwich.
Ketchup?
No.
Ugh.
No. No.
You know how
That
to dunk
sounds
it?
busted.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
American
What if you
cheese.
took? What if you took?
Ketchup.
Dunk it.
What if you
Try
took?
it. Trust me.
Please don't tell me you put ketchup on your pizza too, Steve.
No.
Okay, good.
No, it's like a dunk situation. They
On
had
a grilled
it.
cheese?
Not
The only time I
on
would
it,
do
like,
that-
you
I
dunk
know, I know, but you're dunking
Yeah.
your grilled cheese in ketchup.
it. Yeah.
It doesn't sound
Because, like,
horrendous. I feel like you guys are making a harsh judgment.
at our college cafeteria,
Uh-huh.
they didn't have tomato soup with it. So
Okay.
what are you gonna have
Alright.
with it? It's just a dry grilled cheese.
Yeah.
No, it's gotta be ketchup. You gotta dunk it.
If there were tater tots on the sandwich
Oh, that
as one of the
sounds good.
fillings,
Okay. Okay.
I might.
I'd rather dip it in
ketchup,
ranch.
but
If
I'd
you had
rather
the
Was
mac
it-
and cheese
Is there
grilled
ranch on
cheese?
this?
I mean, if you want.
On your
ranch
buffet?
is
No,
so
like,
I don't know,
good.
probably.
yeah,
Was there,
I would dip. I
was
would dip
there
in
was
ranch.
there mayonnaise and relish in the same condiment area as your ketchup?
There's a
You
lot
could almost make a
happening.
Louis sauce. Somebody has a little bit of brandy, a little bit of mayonnaise, a little bit of relish, a little bit of ketchup, a little bit of brandy. Got yourself a little Louis sauce there, man. Then you dip your sandwich in that.
Phenomenal concept.
Okay, what are your two ingredients?
Tomato and spinach.
Okay. Sauteed spinach or raw spinach?
Yeah, or raw
I
spinach.
usually do
Like
it
you
raw
let it
because I
melt in
don't
there?
think about things,
Okay.
so it's usually raw.
I could get behind that. Avocado.
Ooh,
Yeah.
bus.
Bussin'.
Depending on the cheese.
Yeah, yeah,
Like
because
avocado with like a pepper jack.
it's kind of the same texture as the cheese, so.
Um,
But it's still good. Still good. Still
Avocado and
Cheated
bacon.
cheese.
But now we're just
Yeah.
getting into different sandwiches again.
Yeah.
I guess
But it's still a grilled
what's
cheese.
the grilled cheese boundary?
or is it a grilled sandwich?
No, it's a grilled
Where does
cheese.
the grilled
with.
cheese
That's my
and
opinion.
If there's more cheese than meat,
Okay.
is
I
that
like
the
there's a
ratio?
ratio.
Okay.
Okay.
Prosciutto.
Because what if you did a
Actually, I don't know
traditional
if I've ever had
panini?
prosciutto on a grilled cheese.
What
but
if you did the traditional fillings of a panini as a grilled cheese?
That's
Is it
not a grilled
panini?
cheese.
Is
It's
it
a
grilled
panini.
cheese?
have you guys done green chili?
Ooh, that sounds good.
I have done hatch green chilies. Like
Yeah,
you would take
that's
the
good.
hatch green chili, clean all the seeds out, and lay that one single layer, and then do a jack cheese, Monterey Jack cheese.
Or not
in there.
there.
Bussin'.
Then it's like a chili relleno almost.
Chili relleno, yeah.
Throw that in the snack master.
Oh, the Asadero cheese. I never thought about that.
Oh, that.
You know what would be really good? It's not paneer. It's
Red cheese?
Halloumi cheese.
Halloumi.
Sear the halloumi cheese first, then put that in the sandwich
That sounds
with another type of cheese.
What's
maybe.
halloumi cheese?
is good.
It is a cheese.
What is it like?
It's. Have you ever had a cheese curd?
Yeah.
Kind of that
We should
squeaky
go to Culver's
cheese.
after this.
Okay.
Okay, it's
Not
kind
a
of like
spicy.
that.
Almost
when
like
it's raw.
mozzarella, kind of.
No, it's not mozzarella.
It's more chewy.
It's more chewy for sure.
Like paneer or curd. Yeah, like curd. Like how,
Like cheese
I want
curds.
Culver's.
Okay.
But if you take
Cheese curds sound
halloumi
really good.
cheese and then
I had poutine last night.
you sear that in the pan, it doesn't melt. It keeps its shape. So it looks like a seared piece of meat is what it looks like.
Interesting.
But it still has that
Or
melty,
just a seared piece of cheese.
or a seared piece of cheese, whatever. But it like if you took a slice of cheddar, put it in the pan, it spreads
One of the
out.
best things.
It spreads out. Where halloumi cheese doesn't spread out. It keeps its shape. That's what I mean by that.
That would be good. I don't know. That seems like a little. That just seems like a cheese sandwich, a hot cheese sandwich. Because I feel like I don't know, grilled cheese in my mind is a hot cheese sandwich, but it has to be melty. Like grilled cheese has to be melty.
Well, so what if we
Hummus
combine
is a good
some
add-on.
cheeses? Like
What?
Hummus.
Hummus?
what's another?
Tahini. I am so hungry right now.
Tahini to me would be like feels like very chalky in my mouth. I don't
Well,
know.
I mean, not a lot. But,
Not just a little bit, sure. Bitchin sauce would be really good.
ooh,
Not as
Which
fancy,
one?
but it could be.
Green chili,
the green chili one.
not the OG. I like the OG.
The
but I like-
Bombay.
I haven't had the Bombay. Haven't had that one.
It's like curry flavored.
Oh, maybe I have had that one. I don't
Pesto's
know.
good too.
But I like the
Ooh,
green chili.
pesto. I like grilled cheese.
Ooh.
On the inside.
But I think you already
sure.
said that though. So,
Well, that was more like on the exterior
Herbs.
grilled.
but yeah, on the inside.
But on the inside, sure, you bet. Pesto on the inside.
You bet.
Sure, you bet.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
What else you
Anything
got?
else?
Is that it?
An
Additional
egg?
question.
An
Okay.
egg on the
man.
inside?
Yeah.
But then that's an egg sandwich.
But
It's,
why?
no, it's not. It's
A fried egg.
an egg sandwich is toasted.
Why does
Fried
the
egg
egg
sandwich.
trump the cheese, though?
Yeah.
Why is the question? Why?
Because you're fried.
We need to
egg.
reframe.
I guess it depends how much egg you have, right?
But if it's
Cheese
one
to
egg,
I mean, if you're loading
to
up
one
with
slice.
more
No.
cheese than an egg.
If you toast your bread in the toaster, put a slice of
okay,
your
so tell me what an
American
egg.
cheese.
Tell me what an egg sandwich is. Then.
we were
Huh?
about to ask
What's an
you
egg
that
sandwich?
question.
An egg sandwich.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
That's what
A
I'm
fried
saying.
egg
Who
sandwich.
lives, who dies, and who
depends.
tells the
I mean,
story.
at a diner, what's that diner? What's that diner down there on Santa Fe?
Sam's.
Swifts.
Swift's. Down there at
Swift's.
Swift's, I think they put it on the griddle. They put the bread on the griddle.
Though.
Sam's is so good. We
Okay.
should go to Sam's.
And
Next
Okay.
pod.
Next
And
pod,
what else goes on there?
Sam's.
It's just
well,
set up.
cheese and an egg, and maybe bacon.
Oh, okay. So that's an egg sandwich.
I think it's.
Or is it a grilled cheese with an egg and
I
bacon
think
add
it's
on?
subjective about what we value most on the toast.
What we value most on the toast.
Uh-huh.
What if I just call it? Why can't I call it a grilled cheese egg sandwich?
Yeah,
Why can't I
checkmate.
just call it an egg sandwich?
Well, you call it
See,
an egg sandwich.
did I not just
We-
say this was subjective?
Like we would have two totally different things.
No, they'd be
ideas.
exactly the same thing.
They would. They would. No.
It's the
let me
placebo.
finish.
It's fine.
Oh,
It's
let him cook.
We would have two totally different ideas in our heads until we talked through it like this. So next time we talk,
This is a phenomenal
Jimmy, what are you
sitcom.
eating there? Oh, I'm eating an egg sandwich. What are you eating there? Well, I'm eating a grilled cheese with egg sandwich. Oh, it's the same thing.
It's a real who's on first situation.
As Maddie
you have
said,
another
it's
question?
totally subjective.
Yeah.
What's that?
Did you have a
Questions?
question?
I thought you were gonna ask.
I
him
have a question.
Yeah,
Okay.
ask
Yeah,
your
sorry.
question.
Go ahead.
I want a grilled
Oh.
cheese-esque dish that is not a grilled cheese. So like a pasta that tastes like a grilled cheese.
Carbonara with breadcrumb on
Oh.
top. Buttered breadcrumb.
Carbonara isn't really cheese.
Okay,
I mean,
No,
just the
but it's
I
creamy.
wasn't
Re-
It's creamy.
this.
It is Parmesan cheese.
Reframe tomato soup and grilled cheese flavor.
So what, you just want to come up with a dish that tastes like that?
Yeah.
Like that tastes like you're eating a bowl of.
Or just like a different idea, like a different take on a grilled cheese, like the flavor of grilled cheese, the essence.
So bread, cheese, tomato soup.
So to which
So
my
tomato soup with croutons,
We can
with
let him cook.
cheese melted on top.
To me, here's what I'm making: Annie's mac and cheese, not a sponsor, but it could be, with some marinara sauce. Is that not the vibe?
Yeah.
No, I think
With
yeah.
some,
Like
you got to have the
I'm
bread
thinking
component
like
on
That's
it.
true.
You do
I
have
think
to have
like
the
a
bread.
ravioli with like
Ooh.
inside is like grilled cheese.
Okay. With American cheese.
Yeah.
So you take like a chunk of mozzarella and you bread that and then fry it, shove it inside the ravioli.
Yes.
What if we take the Snack Master, make a grilled cheese, and then use that as like a big ravioli?
Is it like a breading?
and then
Yeah.
toss that in.
Have you had the mac and cheese grilled cheese? It's like a grilled cheese that they just fill with mac and cheese. It's kind of
I
good.
feel like I've seen it. I've never had it.
It's good. It's on your way to Red Rocks next time you go up there. There's a place.
Is it kind of like
It's
the
good.
Double Down, only it's mac and
It's
cheese?
a double down.
God.
What is the double?
Yeah, I got followed.
You don't know what a Double Down
I
is?
know.
It was the KFC
Oh, this is why I don't know.
fried chicken sandwich, but it was like
Two fried chicken
two fried
breasts.
chicken breasts as the bread, and bacon and cheese on the inside.
Yep. Yep. That was the
That's
Double
wild.
Down.
In college, we took one of those
That's
to
a Jamie.
one of our friends that works at that was rolling sushi at a sushi restaurant, and had to make us a sushi roll with it.
Oh my God.
That's
Speaking
funny.
of, really quick, sushi and warm foods, I saw a video today. Somebody made a sushi pizza. What they did is they took a piece of nori, cut into a triangle,
Okay.
put it into a tempura batter at the
Okay.
bottom, then fried it. Then they spread rice on that, and then made another little sushi roll, put that on the top widest part of the
So that's the
triangle,
crust.
the crust.
Okay.
And then they spread salmon roe onto the little teeny tiny eggs. What is that called? It's not salmon roe.
Masago.
Masago. And then took tuna and salmon, diced it up raw, and then put that on. Scallion, pickled ginger. I was like, that looks
I'd eat
pretty
that.
good. I would totally eat that.
What?
I don't think I like sushi enough for that.
What if we took sushi rice though, and spread it out on a pizza pan, and then like either air fried it or baked it so it got crispy on the inside?
You Pizza Hut it, man. You put it in one of those pans,
Yeah.
put a ton of
And
oil
oil
in
it.
and oil it, put that thing in there, and bake it at a high temperature. Oh, man, that would be so good. Totally, we should totally try it. Like Chicago style, put the rice in the edge, and then put a rice thing on
A
top.
deep dish
Deep
sushi
dish
pizza.
sushi. Oh my gosh. Sweet. We should totally try that sometime.
It sounds like a bad idea.
It does, but it could be.
I'd eat it though.
I would too. If it came out right. I'd totally eat it. All right, what
Maybe
else you
grilled
got?
cheese sushi?
Eat grilled cheese.
How would you sushi-ify your grilled
Oh,
cheese?
I know exactly how I would do it.
Go for it.
Okay, I would make
I
sticky.
don't know.
I would make sticky rice.
Okay.
Cool it down. You know, press it out in a sheet pan. Cool it down. Then I would take kimchi, and I would put kimchi on top of some cheddar cheese straight in the pan. Melt that. Put that off to the side once it's nice and melty. Then I would toast the rice. Got nice and toasty, and then put that sushi cheese in the rice, and then put those together as your grilled cheese. That's what I would do.
Okay.
I like it.
What if you did like the fried, like the rice patty, and then deep fried? Have you seen that where they do the burger with the rice patties?
No, I mean I've always seen like where like
Oh,
the
no.
crispy rice.
So you do it like a bun essentially,
okay.
and then deep fry it, and then you can do a grilled cheese out of that. Although cheese and raw fish, I haven't had it. I don't know if I can. Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Sounds kind of gross.
Can we just
all I
skip
know
the
is-
Like an
cheese?
anchovy?
All I know is that during COVID, I
Yeah.
did kimchi for Taste of the World, and we had some leftovers. So I brought it home. Well, I made it at home too. I think for Real Kitchen or for something. But then we made mac and cheese, and I remember thinking, how would this taste? You know, but
Yeah.
and like spicy.
Well, yeah,
and,
kimchi and
and kimchi and mac and cheese.
but
so
sushi. We're talking
good.
sushi.
I understand. I'm just saying, you know, trying to build up to that point. You know, like.
Yeah.
Okay, your flavor's a little bit there, but then raw fish and cheese.
All right. Any other questions?
Anything else?
Yeah.
Well, like, we know, like, tomato soup goes really well with a grilled cheese. What other, like, sides go well? Like, a grilled cheese couldn't be a full meal necessarily unless I had,
Sure
like,
you
a
can.
tomato. It
A
could
salad.
be, but
I like
Salad.
salad, grilled cheese and salad.
Tater tots.
fair.
Tater tots.
Yeah.
Fair.
Mac and
Good
cheese.
take.
Tater tots,
Mac and
yeah.
cheese.
Or sweet potato fries.
Any other soup?
Baked beans.
I like grilled cheese
Pub
with any
sides
soup.
is what I'm hearing.
Chicken noodle soup
I like
is really
soup, though.
good.
Soup
Grilled
goes
cheese
well.
with any soup. Doesn't have to be tomato soup, just any soup.
Okay. Soup. Miso.
Miso. You're trying to go continental here. That's just not working.
Maybe for the sushi grilled cheese,
I
the fried
I think we've
rice
created a new
patties
menu. is what's happening.
with a soft tofu, like a silken tofu, and that's that cheesy kind of creamy texture.
Sounds
over there.
disgusting.
Sounds
With
disgusting.
with a sheet of nori and some raw fish and
Yeah,
a little bit of wasabi.
phenomenal.
All right.
That's what I have.
Yeah.
Good. All right. Well, excellent topic.
Well,
think we
now
got
I
it
just
out of
want a
there.
grilled cheese.
I know.
We
I
should
just
go
want to
get
make a
some
grilled cheese. Cool.
Well.
Very good.
See you guys.
See you.
Pleasure doing business with y'all.